Welcome to the Boxing Bookie. We are back. It's good to be back. Got a good one for you guys today. Just want to make sure you guys can hear me okay. I'm going to be right back. You guys roll on in. I'm going to grab a bottle of water. I need a bottle of water. I will be right back. And there's no audio. Can you guys hear me okay? Can you guys hear me okay? Do I sound okay? I have a different laptop. Can you guys hear me okay? I'm going to go grab a bottle of water. Let me know if you can hear me. Put ones in the chat if you can hear me. All right, we're good. All right, we're all good. We're all good. I don't know. It got turned down. I guess I'm okay now. Does it sound good? Put ones in the chat if it sounds good. Uh, no, you don't need to clean, Johnny. Don't worry about cleaning. We got plenty of time to clean. All right, guys. Hang on. Does this sound okay? You guys can hear me okay? Hang on. Let me check something out real quick. Let me do a quick sound check. I'm coming out of this thing again. Hang on. Can you guys hear me? I sound okay? Yeah, we're good. All right, I think we're good. Because I'm muted. That's why you can't hear me, because I'm muted. All right, guys, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me all forms of social media, 3D Boxing, 3D Boxing blog. Glad to have everybody here. Super chat, let's go. Awesome KO, extravagant KO. We're going to get into that in just a minute. Appreciate the $30 super chat. That's $31 Australian. I think that's $20 US. Shout out, Chio. Appreciate the super chat, my dude. Guys, super chats are always available. Be like Chio. Hit me up with the super chats. All right, we're all good now. Appreciate the super chat. Shout out Chio the man. All right, guys, let me get back to it. Guys, please join the Patreon. Mankey is in the house. What up, Mankey? Please join the Patreon. Link is in the description. We're off to a great start. I got the Alves Gomez win, so that parlay is off to a good start. We're doing good. We're doing extraordinary with another lock of the week. Hit a couple more parlays, guys. So please join the Patreon. Get the absolute best gambling advice anywhere in the known boxing universe. Get the lock of the week. Get ads to bookie anything. Get the access to the Discord where we stream fights. We stream this fight in there. Shout out KO5. We stream this fight as well. And let's freaking go, says Rando. Let's go. So join the Patreon. Get the absolute best gambling advice anywhere in the known boxing universe. After you guys do that, head on over to Head on over to carnivorebar.com. That's carnivorebar.com. Use promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. That's promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. It's the nutrition of a steak, the convenience of a bar. Carnivorebar.com. Make sure to use promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. Carnivorebar.com. It's a meal in your pocket. It's the world's only high-fat, grass-finished beef bar that replaces a meal while on the move and stores for years. Get your travel autonomy and freedom back. That's carnivorebar.com. Use promo code BOXING at checkout to save 10%. So that was, I thought, what a hell of a performance by Jan Rivera. Jan Paul Rivera Pizarro. That is a lot of names for one guy. Best win of his career, I would say, given the level of opposition. I was impressed with the tape on him. And yeah, I thought Daniel Bailey was a respectable opponent. I thought it was a bit of a step up from what we've seen him in before. And Bailey came through. Bailey looked, Rivera came through. Rivera looked excellent. I think the 126-pound division is on notice. I thought he looked really, really good in that fight. Bailey's a respectable guy. We've seen Bailey before, 15-2, now 15-3 out of Florida. It's not a bad opponent. Like we said, he's been in with decent guys. We saw him fight Eddie Vasquez. He wasn't super competitive with Vasquez, but like, who do you guys think wins? I thought Jan Paul was more impressive in beating. And I know that the math doesn't work that way, but I think we'd agree at 126, 130. Eddie Vasquez is a credible guy, a world title challenger that probably should have a world title. Beat Raymond Ford. He's a credible guy. I thought Jan Paul Rivera looked better against the same guy, Daniel Bailey, than Eddie Vasquez did. What do you guys think of that? I mean, do you guys remember it was on the zone? It was one of those Red Out boxing cards in Houston. Eddie Vasquez came in, maybe lost the first round or two, and then dominated the rest of the fight. This is a good fight. Daniel Bailey's a legitimate guy. He's a real guy. Jan Paul Rivera came in and absolutely blew him out, buckled him, hurt him. I thought Rivera beat him better than Eddie Vasquez did, for sure. KOW5, the man, always got the stream up. I lost 377. What fight did PJ? What fight did you? Everything went chalk. What did you lose money on? Did you bet on stoppages? Yeah. I was considering betting on Gomez by stoppage. I didn't love it, but I did like Gomez by stoppage. How do you feel about Turner KO? I'd stay away from it. I'm telling you, DJ, these undefeated Argentinian guys are a nightmare. I'm not saying I like Turner as a prospect. I do. What I don't like is fighting undefeated Argentinian guys who are monsters. These guys are always monsters. Always. I would stay away from it. Like, if you want to take Turner, he's minus 600. The odds aren't bad. I don't even love that. To me, I'm just passing on this. And I like Turner. I think Turner's a good looking prospect. But I don't know, man. Every time they get put in a ring with one of these Argentinian guys, it never ends up well. It never, ever goes well. Ever. I'm not saying he's probably going to win, but I'm not betting him to win by stoppage. I'm only doing money line from now on. PJ, I gave you guys some parlays that were all money line. Take a look. PJ, you in the Patreon, PJ? If you're in the Patreon, I gave you guys 3 locks. They're all money line locks. We got this. He was ass. What Rivera is on the lock? Oh, it was the other. It's Yankel Rivera. Yankel Rivera was on the lock. But I had Gomez on the lock. Yo, Gomez is ass, by the way. I was never a big Gomez fan. I say in my video, I don't think Gomez is that good. I probably won't pick him to win any more fights. I had him winning 7-3. That was bad. Like, that was just an all-around bad performance from Rivera. I mean, from Gomez. Always Gomez. This was a guy that was once really, really touted by right. Yeah, I thought he dropped him, but apparently he didn't. I guess he just hurt him. Bailey did pretty well. I mean, he lost, and Vasquez came on and dominated second, after the second round on. But yeah, I remember that fight, and I remember Bailey giving Vasquez a lot of trouble. That's why I laid off this fight, because Rivera hadn't fought anyone near that level. I thought Bailey was pretty good. Like, I thought he was pretty good. He gave Eddie Vasquez some trouble, and Eddie Vasquez went on to dominate the fight after that. But yeah, I thought this was much more impressive. I thought Bailey won probably one round here, and I get that it's a different fighter. Eddie Vasquez is a pressure fighter who's not a big hitter, who doesn't get a ton of knockouts, but Vasquez is good. And there's no question to me, like, Vasquez is a top 10 featherweight in the world. I think that. He beat Joe Cordina. He beat Raymond Ford. I don't care that he didn't get the decisions. We all know who won those fights. So to me, like, we're good. Eddie Vasquez is a good fighter, and he had, I don't want to say struggle with Bailey, but Bailey had moments with him in a good fight. And that's my boy, Eddie Vasquez, Fort Worth, Texas. Well, what? But Bailey did much better, I would say. I mean, Rivera did much better with Bailey, I would say. I don't even think it's debatable. I'd like to see him take a big step up next. I took both. I hear you. You took both Riveras? Monkey Crazy hurt him bad, too. Terry Jones. Oh, Terry Jones is what you lost money on. I gotcha. Just texting the missus. The missus is at her brother's house. Terry Jones got whipped. That's not good. Did anyone see my boy? I missed it. I was doing some stuff. The Sebastian Juarez fight. Sebastian Juarez is my boy. That's Omar Juarez's little brother. If you guys know, I'm very, very tight with Omar Juarez and the Juarez family. In the Rio Grande Valley, there's a movie producer, a movie director coming out with a documentary on Omar Juarez. I'm going to be in it. I'm very close with the Juarez family. Sebastian Juarez fought. I missed it. I didn't know he was fighting that early. Did anybody see Sebastian Juarez fight? Anybody see that fight? How did he look? How did you get your ass whooped to this guy? How do you get your ass whooped to this guy? But this is what, like, you don't know what you're going to get out of these guys. And this is why I stayed away from Yan Rivera, because I think Yan Rivera looked good, but I thought Tyree Jones looked good too. And when you step up, you don't know what you're going to get. And I thought Yan Rivera was taking a very, very big step up fight. He had no problem. He dominated, got the stoppage. So next time Yan Rivera fights, we have a better indication of exactly what he is. I bet Gomez might, not even close either. Early, it looked like he may get him out, but it didn't happen. Turner got going to put him on his ass. Maybe. Do we know much about his opponent? The Argentinian Turner is facing has been on ESPN. Okay, yeah, ESPN Knockout has a lot of Argentinian fighters on it. Shout out. I'm going to try to find some tape on him. I haven't got to look at him. Gomez is not it. He was supposed to get a KO. He was. I tried to say Gomez wasn't it. I knew he'd win, and he made it closer than I thought it would be. Like, for a while there, I'm like, this guy might lose. Like, he sucks. Like, Gomez sucks. Can we be real about that? This is the guy that PBC loved. I've had the same thought so many times before. Moneyline picks are so much safer, but you got to parlay them to make it worth it. And we can get it, Miller. We got this, Miller. The Gomez opponent has won 3 rounds versus Adriel Holmes. The odds were way too wide on Gomez. Yeah, but I don't rate, like, let me ask you guys this question. If Adriel Holmes, and again, I don't rate Gomez that high. If Adriel Holmes fought Gomez, I would take Gomez to beat him wide, clearly. You know what I'm saying? Like, how I looked at it, I saw the fight. I saw the fight with Holmes. I taped it. And that's why I don't rate Holmes. Like, I don't rate Gomez. And I rate Gomez better than Holmes, who clearly beat Humane, right? But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the gap between Holmes and let's start a poll. Someone raised a good question, and I like a good poll. Let's start a poll. I love polls. Who wins if they fought next? Yo, Elvis Gomez, or how do you spell Adriel Holmes? Guys, I'm trying to spell Adriel Holmes because I don't rate Holmes. I Salita liked him. They put him in Detroit. They headline cards. I don't like it. I think I'm spelling his name correctly here. Guys, you know who I'm talking about. If I spell his name wrong, I spell his name wrong. I don't really care. Shout out to C. Miller for the $5 super sticker. Appreciate you, my dudes. Much love for the super sticker. Bailey was ass. He got knocked down in the first round. Bailey was not good. But I think, PJ, I think that's a big credit. I think that's a big credit to Rivera. Gary, yes, you're right. Bailey dropped Vasquez, but they called it a slip. Yes. I thought so. Okay. This fight was fixed. Bailey was drained to 126.4, and they let Rivera go to 127.2. I'm with Mankey. I think you should have to make a weight. And I think the promotion should have their balls on the line here, right? Meaning that if the fight gets canceled, let's say fighter A misses weight and fighter B makes weight, and the fight is canceled. Fighter B should get paid every dime, and they don't, right? So that way, the promoter doesn't put these guys back on cards. The promoter has skin in the game. You better make weight. If you miss weight, you're never going on one of my cards ever again. And what's other promoters going to do? Not put that guy on their cards. So if you miss weight, you don't go on anybody's card because you fooled me once. I got to pay your opponent the full bag for not fighting. So, like, to me, I think fighters should have to make weight. Period. Make weight. Professional fighters make weight. If you don't make weight, you're not a professional fighter. End of discussion. So, if you're not a professional fighter, you're not going on my professional fight cards. End of discussion. And you're not going, and no one else, and everyone else is going to be leery to put you on their cards too. So what do you have to do? You have to make weight. Like, I've seen so many fights. The weight was renegotiated 2-3 days before the fight because fighter A or fighter B wasn't going to make weight. If you're not going to make weight, just renegotiate the weight. Make it 1 pound, 2 pound different, whatever the issue is. But I'm adamant on this. You have to make weight. If you don't make weight, you're not a professional fighter. Jones was asked, I bet it 100% stupid ass. Bailey looked good at one point, and I mean at one point. That's fair, Rondo. Warriors looked great. Outclassed his opponent. Awesome. Tonight wasn't my night. Tomorrow I'm going to be good. We'll get it all back tomorrow. We'll get it all back tomorrow. I'm off to a good start, but that's nevertheless. I'm only doing money line. I got to get my four. We'll get to. If you're not in the Patreon, join the Patreon. I got locks for you. Adriel Holmes. I kind of agree with Jeb. I never rated Adriel Holmes. Yo, Elvis is deep in it. I agree with everything Jeb just said. That being said, if they fought, who wins? I would take Gomez. Maybe. I don't know. It's bad again. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anymore. You love polls. I got him. Got him. Oh, no Diddy on that one. All of these fights were pretty good. The one I did see, I missed the dude with the coolest hair get the nice KO. Guys, do vote in the poll. Do vote in the poll. Yoelvis Gomez passed out. Yeah, he did. He was not in shape. You can see he completely ran out of gas. Guy does not like to train. That's obvious. He trained with Eddie Vasquez, right? They both was Salas. I'm going to ask him if he trains hard, if he's lazy. Holmes will run from Gomez and win on points. This is a styles make fight. Okay. Fair enough. 100% making weight is the fight before the fight, and you always must win on the scales first. Thank you, Johnny. Shout out, Johnny. Shout out, Johnny. Guys, do vote in the poll. Do vote in the poll. All right. So, other than that, what else was on this card? Was there anything on this card that was of note? Corey Marksman looked good. What do we think of Corey Marksman? I thought Marksman looked good. Jamal Harvey, we didn't get to see much of it. Jamal Harvey, pro debut, fighting the guy 5-1. Again, from Peru. I don't know who he fought, but 5-1 is 5-1. He beat a guy who had 30 fights. I don't know. I thought taking care of a guy like that, and it was a Schedule 6. They gave Jamal Harvey a Schedule 6 rounder in pro debut, which I like. I like that a lot. Honestly, and they were talking about this on the undercard. 4-round fights should be obliterated. We should go to 5-round fights. Professional fights start at 5 rounds. Who's with me? And can we use odd number rounds? That way we don't get draws. Like, you get less draws if you do odd number rounds. Like, it's just kind of obvious. 5 rounds, entry-level fights, 13 rounds, world title fights. Can we do that? Why is that so complicated? 5 rounds and 13 rounds for world titles. Yes, indeed. Yo, Gary, have you ever managed a fighter or promoted I've made fights. I've done matchmaking. I've never promoted a fight. Rios, Marksman definitely looked better than I've ever seen it. Yeah, Marksman looked good, man. Very good. I was highly impressed. He was a guy I didn't know much about. I would say the big winners today were Marksman, Jamal Harvey, and Jan Rivera. I would say those were the big winners today. Rios was tremendous. Rios came through with the upset for the guys. Not everyone's happy about that, though. I should have quadrupled on Rios. Hindsight is 2020, my friend. It always is. A lot of you guys, and this is why I laid off of Tyree Jones, which helped me, and I also laid off of Jan Paul Rivera, which it sucked. He could have, I could have bet on him. The odds were decent enough, but I didn't know how he was going to look in a step-up fight. Tyree Jones looked horrible in a step-up fight. Jan Paul Rivera looked tremendous in a step-up fight. It's a bit of speculation. Gee, did you see how I saw it? I did. Harvey put it on him. He was like a foot shorter as well. Harvey looked good, man. Again, it's one fight, 6-rounder. Shout out to Jamal Harvey, though. Harvey, 2024 Olympian Jamal Harvey looked good in his debut, reminding me of a young Broner. Again, and that's a good thing. And Mar doesn't mean that to be insulting. He means that to be absolutely complimentary. Jones looked like he wanted to go home after the 2nd round. Yeah, so did Gomez, but more like the 4th round. Yoelvis Gomez looked like he wanted to fight. In a bunch of those rounds, like 6, 7, 8, 9, which I scored most of them. I think there's 2 of them. I think I scored 2 rounds maybe for 3 rounds for Humane. But there were so many rounds in that fight where Gomez did nothing, and he just tried to win the round in the last 20 seconds. And Humane sucks so much that he couldn't win the round in the first 2 minutes and 40 seconds against the guy who was just standing in front of you doing nothing. There was so much of that fight where Gomez stood in front of Humane and did nothing. I mean, nothing. Just give it away. And Humane still couldn't take it. Gomez was giving him that fight. In the second half of that fight, he was giving it away. The 5th round on, Gomez was saying, please, Humane, I didn't train for this fight. I'm not in any type of shape. Can you please win this fight? And Edwin Humane said, nah, dog, I'm good. Guys, vote in the poll. Do vote in the poll. Pedro Consencio had an insane KO. Gary, what is your opinion on Sky's opponents? I don't know much about her. I'm hearing her dad. I'm hearing all types of things that are breaking out. I heard that Sky by stoppage seemed like a silly bet because Sky doesn't get stoppages. It's now a real thing. A lot of people like it. I don't know much about Sky's opponent other than I hear Camp's a disaster. She tried to back out of the fight for personal reasons, for family reasons. And the fight's going on. She's not really ready to fight, but the fight has to go on, and Sky may get a knockout. That's what I'm hearing. Which Rivera was a part of your lock? Yankiel. I never thought Broner was nice. He was good. Like I don't think he was ever pound for pound or nothing like that. But he was a good fighter. Gary, do you believe in the weight bully label that some boxers are tagged with? To me, if you can make the weight, I agree. To me, if you can make the weight, you're good. It does take skill to properly lose weight without 100%. 100%. We were just talking about Eddie Vasquez in the ring. You guys know what Eddie Vasquez? I know this because Eddie Vasquez is a close personal friend of mine. You know what Eddie Vasquez weighed in the ring when he fought Raymond Ford? Fight was at 126. You know what he weighed in the ring? I'm going to tell you guys, 152 pounds. He is brilliant at cutting weight. I went to lunch with him and his team afterwards. He packed on the carbs. We went to this little Italian spot. He packed on the pasta, came in the next day at 152 pounds. I think just on like 151 3/4. But he weighed basically 152 pounds when he stepped in the ring with. And if you go back and you watch the fight, you can see he's 10 pounds bigger in the ring. He's 10 pounds bigger than Ford in the ring. You can see it. But that's a skill. If you can do it, like it's a pro and a con, right? I talked to Keith Thurman when Keith Thurman fought Riverside Rocky, and he said he had the long layoff. He had to cut a ton of weight. He felt like trash. The entire camp was weight camp. He felt like trash, and he wasn't sharp, and that's why he fought that way. He said he can't ever let himself. He said he weighed over 190 pounds. Does that mean 191? Does that mean 220? I don't know. He said over 190 pounds. And he said he could never let himself get there again. He can't ever let himself blow up in weight again. Because he said, you don't even have a camp. You're not getting sharp. You're just making weight. The entire camp is just making weight. So he had a year and a half layoff, whatever it was, when he fought Riverside Rocky. And he said he basically fought that without getting sharp. Right, without working on timing, just losing weight. The entire camp is just weight camp. So yeah, I agree. Like, there's a skill in that, and there's a pro and a con to it. And you're going to be drained. And B, how much of your camp did you dedicate to camp, and how much of it did you do? How much of it was fat camp? Jamal Harvey's vision, pressure, and energy was impressive. The young Broner comparison is spot on. Shout out. I agree. That's a compliment. That's a compliment. David, I like that train of thought, waiting to see how a fighter looks in step-ups and just standing by. A lot of times I want to just bet, but it's not the smart thing to do. Yeah, Rivera is a good prospect. If there's a prospect, like I said, Bam Rodriguez, Abdullah Mason, something truly special like that, yeah, bet it. But these other prospects, I'm much more wait and see with them. Late teenage, early 20s, Broner was a dog. Rewatch his tape. But don't rewatch the tape that he fought on ESPN Friday Night Fights. Hang on one second. Guys, if you can find it, the internet's been highly scrubbed of it, but sometimes you can find it. It's early in his career. It's early on a it's from 2009. May 8th, 2009, Sundance Square, Fort Worth, Texas. Adrian Broner fights a guy named Fernando Quintero. Fernando Quintero wins probably 7 of the 8 rounds. majority decision victory for Broner. It is an egregious decision. Jesse Reyes, a friend of mine, a judge, scored it even. The other two judges had it for Broner. Absolutely disgusting. That's Fernando Quintero, who was on ESPN. Charles Hatley was on the card as well. So was Brian Rivera. If you can find it, go back, watch the fight. I'm telling you guys, it's ridiculous. Adrian Broner, Fernando Quintero. Horrible decision. Fort Worth, Texas, 2009 Friday Night Fights. Guys, vote in the poll. Everybody vote in the poll. Vote in the poll. Vote in the poll. I always say that making weight is a skill in itself. It is. It's a skill and it's a part of the fight. Will do, Johnny. Hey, Johnny, did you say Singh almost backed out of G dropping history bombs? I got to do what I got to do. All right, let's take a look at tomorrow real quick, and then we'll wrap this up. I gotta wrap this up in the next 10 minutes or so. All right. So what I do, look, I'm old, and when you're old, you've seen things. I've seen things because I'm old. I have a horrible confession. Just bet on WNBA. Gonna have to turn that on the W. If you can make money on it, bet on it. If you can't, don't. That's all I can say. If you can make money betting on the WNBA, then bet on the WNBA. Let me pull up the book for tomorrow. Let me open it first. I really like. I dropped the video on Jack Wiley, guys. Check that out. I really like Wiley in this fight. I think he may even get the stoppage. I know that Johnny agrees with me on that. Sky Nicholson, I can't bet Sky Nicholson for the stoppage. I know Johnny likes Sky Nicholson by the stoppage. So if you want to bet Sky Nicholson by stoppage, do it. If she doesn't get the stoppage, just blame Johnny. I would do. I would do that. If he does get the knockout, give me the assist. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, right? No lie, bro. Your stories are dope. Appreciate that. Opponent never been stopped before. That never been before. Yo, Gary, is your friend Kendall Castaneda going to keep boxing or retire? I think Kendall Castaneda is going to keep boxing until he's dead. That guy loves to fight. I know he doesn't always come in the best shape, but Kendall is my boy. It's a good friend of mine. As far as I know, he's going to keep fighting. Felt immense guilt when I sent that. They can have some entertaining games. Yo, it's all good. It's all good. Let's take a look at tomorrow's book. I bet any of this. These odds are wild. Jack Wiley is the only thing I think is bettable tomorrow. I would put that in my parlay. The other odds are wild. Jack Turner keeps getting. I can't. He was minus 600 earlier. I can't, in good conscience, tell you guys to bet on Jack Turner at minus 900 against Nicholas Augustine. These Argentinian fighters who are undefeated, don't know how to lose, only know how to fight, and make life hell for you. I like Jack Turner. I really do. I'm not touching this. Zach Miller at minus 900, I would say is a much safer bet because his opponent is Leon Woodstock. I'm just saying, like, if it's between Turner and Miller on your parlay, put Miller in. I do not feel comfortable with that. Jack Turner will probably win, but betting 900 to win 100 if anyone is fighting an undefeated Argentinian fighter, it's never good. Now, somebody was telling me they found some tape on him. He was on ESPN Knockouts, which we don't really get in the States. Jack Rafferty and Mark Chamberlain. To me, I love this. Take Rafferty all day on this. Take Rafferty. I still don't have any. Oh, we got props on it now. We got props on it. I love the over. Take the over. Take the over. Take the over. Take the over. I'm going to take this. I'm going to give you guys a parlay right now. There it is. Jack Wiley, money line, over on Rafferty. How do you guys like that? How do y'all like it? I'm throwing some money on that. Johnny, you in the chat, my dude? How do you like this two-leg parlay right here? Wiley money line over on Rafferty. You going to Ortiz Lubin? I sure as hell am, Mar. You know it. You know it. See you. Thanks for the live, Gary. Appreciate you, Monkey. I'm gonna finish in a moment anyway. Does anyone know around what time Jake will be fighting? That's a Johnny question. I can agree with you favoring Miller. It's great list. Shout out. I'm gonna end the poll now, guys. I'm gonna end the. Oh wow, y'all picked a Drill Holmes. Guys, if you have not voted in the poll, vote in the poll now. I'm finna end the poll in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I'm ending the poll. I'm going to give you guys a fourth lock of the week, 65-35. You guys think Drill Holmes beats Elvis Gomez in a fight of two guys? I think both of them suck. All right, guys. If you're in the Patreon, I'm gonna send this to you guys now, and then I'm gonna end the show. One last minute lock. Wiley money line minus 425, over 10.5. Rafferty Chamberlain minus 215. Total parlay minus 215. Minus 127. I'm sending that to everyone. That's free for you guys if you're not a Patreon. I want to give you guys something. I'm going to post this every one last lock. All right. Yeah. All right, that's it, guys. That's the show. I'm gonna end this. Appreciate everyone. I'll get through this. MOV for Yankees. Rivera. Decision. Definitely decision. Shocked Holmes won. Last minute lock. Got y'all. That's a sexy tool. It's not bad, right? All right, guys. I'm gonna wrap. I've been on live almost 40 minutes now. Y'all the best. I'm gonna be live for you tomorrow. It is August 22nd, 2025, from Texas to the world. I'm gonna go live tomorrow after the Rafferty call. I'll probably go live again at night too. But from Texas to the world, thank y'all and God bless.
Don't miss a tweet, post, story, or video. 3D Boxing is on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Hit the subscribe button now to stay inside the ring.